Arthur Melo, the Juventus midfielder, is the player who has piqued our interest. With the recent changes, we need to reinforce ourselves, and the Brazilian player has a strong interest in leaving the Italian league to get minutes on the field, something he could achieve with us. In addition to the Brazilian, Everton is also interested in a former Crystal Palace defender who could be the ideal replacement for one of our players who has been heavily sought after by other English clubs and who could leave us. If you want to receive information about the negotiations involving Everton, subscribe to our channel. The Toffees could look to bolster their midfield this summer if Amadou Onana leaves the club. Furthermore, Everton cannot rely heavily on Idrissa Gueye forever, and they need to consider replacing him at some point. So far, Everton have not felt the need to release the Belgian international, but he has no shortage of admirers. According to a report from Tutto Juve, Melo has learned that he is not in Thiago Motta's plans for next season. He could leave the old lady for the Premier League or join Saudi Pro League clubs. In England, Everton, Crystal Palace, and West Ham follow him closely. Earlier this month, June 17th, Tuttosport reported that Everton have a concrete interest in the midfielder, who is likely to move to Merseyside this summer. It appears that Everton have managed to stay within the PSR limits after releasing Lewis Dobbin and Ben Godfrey this month. They can now hope to add more players from next month, and Melo would be a fantastic signing if they can get him on the cheap. The 22 times Brazilian international is a very experienced midfielder who joined Liverpool in the summer of 2022 but has only played one game for the Reds. After recovering from injury, he was loaned by Juventus to Fiorentina, where he made 48 appearances in all competitions, scoring 2 goals. He has played for clubs such as Juventus and Barcelona and could be a useful option for the Toffees in midfield. Juventus are looking to get rid of him, as he is not in the coach's plans. This could open the door for Everton and other Premier League clubs to approach the Serie A giants and get the midfielder on board. Previously in the Crystal Palace squad, current Olympique Lyonnais number 12 Jake O'Brien could soon return to the Premier League, with the Toffees just one interested club from the English top flight. A recent report from the Daily Mail claims that Everton, alongside West Ham United, are interested in a move for the 6 feet 6 inches giant, who impressed during his debut campaign in France, even when facing the likes of Kylian Mbappé for Lyon. A substantial bid of £15 million would be required to win his services, according to the report, with Palace and Lyon both raising significant amounts of money in the process if a deal were to go ahead, having sold O'Brien for just £850,000. O'Brien could end up being the perfect heir to veteran Branthwaite, as the 23-year-old Irishman is eager to prove himself again in the Premier League after never getting the chance to excel at the same level as the Eagles.